The Great Hazelnut Harvest 2021 continues. Day 8. We're at the start of a brand new week. We've been picking for 1 week here in 2021. We're not quite to Labor Day quite yet, but some of these bushes are ripe and ready to go. So we're here in Des Moines, Iowa. We've driven south a couple of hours to help out a friend here, and we're picking at his orchard. He's got lots of bushes that are ready to go and that are marked. So we're going to try to pick as much and as fast as we can. We have a goal of trying to get 3 to 4 barrels by the end of the day. So we'll check in a little bit later and see how we did.
Look at those heavy laden branches. That is a beautiful sight. We call that a bucket filler. And when we see that, that gets us very excited because that makes for easy picking. Now in this particular case, if we look at the size of this bush, holy moly, it's huge. I bet this is 16 feet tall and probably 12 to 15 feet in diameter. So that is impressive. I wonder who's going to get to pick this bush. But that brings up another point. We have several folks who want to know, how do you pick the nut clusters way at the top of some of those huge bushes? Well, let me show you. No need to get a ladder out to grab those nut clusters at the very top of some of those tall bushes. We simply grab a stem, bend it over, and then it's pretty easy picking. We can pick right at chest height, and of course use our hands to be sure that we get all of those nut clusters picked. Now let me speed things up a little bit and I'll show you.
Well, the picking's going pretty good here today. There's a slight breeze. Of course, once you're in the hazelnut bushes, you can't feel it. But then, of course, once you're in the hazelnut bushes, it helps with the shade too, because the sun's pretty bright here today. So we're about halfway through our goal. Picking's going pretty good. It's a little thick in some areas. These plants, rows I should say, were spaced 12 feet between rows. And in some areas you can just kind of stand in the middle of the row, and if both bushes are ripe on both sides of you, you can just turn and pick all the way around you. So that's nice. So we're going to keep at it here and see what the tally is at the end of the day.
Here we have some rows of hazelnuts growing in relatively close proximity to a big, beautiful black walnut tree. So as you can see, hazelnuts are compatible with black walnuts.
Well, it's the end of the day here, the Great Hazelnut Harvest 2021, day 8. We did a pretty good job here. We got 2 barrels plumb full. Then we have the little cart here. So overall, a good day of picking. It was a nice breeze, but the sun was shining, so can't complain.
It's been a long day picking, so I'm gonna hitch me a ride up to the house. We'll show you where the hazelnuts get dried down.
There it is. Now that is a pile of hazelnuts. These are just waiting to go in to be dried on the drying racks, and we'll go take a look at that. Okay, so we got some very simple drying racks laid out here. Wood frame, wire mesh, and just a tarp on the floor here, and a dehumidifier going to take some of the moisture out. And that's all that's needed. So these will be in here for a couple weeks, couple months?
At most,
Couple weeks.
I'll move them around and they'll dry.
We've got everything packed up. We're gonna head for home. That's the end of day 8 of the Great Hazelnut Harvest 2021.